Hey, what's going on, guys? This is El-Darwish coming at you with episode 3 of n00bcraft. We're going to pick up right up where we left off. This is the immediate next game after that last game against Lincoln XL. Wait, what's this? Lincoln XL. Yeah, got that. And my next opponent is Mikexiemin. Mikexiemin, there you go. This will be on the same map. New Repugnancy LE. And down here in the left-hand corner, we have Thing, BLFUmoocow. And in the top right, our challenger, Mikexiemin. Looks cool with the X in there. All right, already, not wasting any time building a wall over here with the supply depot and barracks. Instead, he's just going to go straight into a regular approach to the mid-game. And we got the probe scouting. I got my forward pylon, so that indicates a fast expand. Everything is normal so far. Alright, so the probe comes in and sees that this player is not messing around because they're putting their buildings as close to their minerals as possible. They're trying to have a perfectly executed build, and I can tell that they're a pretty good player. Here comes the fast expand. He sees it. The home pylon. Gas. Reaper. And the waypoint is sending it all the way to my base, and this is exactly what you want to do, what you should do. If you see a guy like me on the ladder trying to do these cute little fast expands, not respecting the prowess of a one-base Terran, you're going to want to punish them by sending a Reaper as soon as possible, because they're not going to have anything for it, and probes don't kill Reapers. They get killed by Reapers. So here comes the Reaper. And they're going for another barracks. They're going for about as safe a build as you could possibly get. One gas into their factory, no expansion. And I'm doing pretty much the same exact build as I did before. I've been winning with this build, so figured I'd keep rolling with it, sending my probes. Here comes the Reaper. And I'm sending probes and then sending them back. He's got 1 kill, 2 kills. There's the forge. Still only 2 kills, 3 kills. Four kills. This Reaper has paid for itself at this point. Got a photon cannon coming up, but it's in the middle, which means that the gas will still be vulnerable to this. And he has caused me to put up a super late cybernetics core, and this is a very bad situation where the cybernetics core is coming out way too late. This has done its damage, and I'm thinking over here that, okay, at least he spent all his time microing, but look at this. Could this be any more perfect? Like, units lost. There you go. Supply. He's ahead in supply. He's getting his second base at a very good time. He has Marines, which can pretty much repel anything I send at this point, considering I went for a fast expansion. So he's throwing me off pretty good. I got 2 robotics facilities coming down. I'm basically vulnerable to an attack There's a window before I get my first 2 immortals where I'm pretty weak, and ideally you want to get 4 immortals out there, and then you're, you know, in a more safe spot where tech and a large army, unless it's like air units such as the Banshee, you know, you're going to be safe against most pushes. Placement of the buildings makes a difference. Having all the buildings right nearby has allowed him to move as quickly into his mid-game as possible, I think. You know, when you build around here and it's a little cumbersome, it makes a tiny difference. You can't really get a good surround at the ramp when I'm pushing up the ramp. I mean, you can sort of have units here and units here, but there's all this space here that would be taken up by buildings. He's scanned to see that I have absolutely nothing, and he's bringing a very strong timing attack here. This player also is protecting himself from the Oracle threat. And there's another Reaper. The Reaper is harassing, trying to get me out of position. And it worked. I sent everybody. I did the command move. And I don't have the 4 immortals that I need. I'm sending the probes. This is not good. I am losing everything. And I say GG, and he calls me a noob. Nice. So, since he called me a noob, I figured I'd waste his time, you know, just because, heh. I mean, this guy's in platinum and he's calling people noobs, so pretty much the most pathetic type of loser you could possibly be. You know, you think you're so great, and you check his stats, and it says he's like in platinum. So, real expert, real Gosu, man. I mean, I'm just wrecking him with just a few units here. And now he decides to take it a little more serious. So you pretty much did the perfect timing push that you could have done, and it still didn't work. So who's the noob? The answer is us both. 26-49. Game's pretty much over, but I'm just going to stick it to him by letting him see, you know, wallow in his filth a little bit. He thinks that he's so good at StarCraft, but, you know, he can't even make it into Diamond or anything better than Platinum. Yeah, my worker count got absolutely wrecked. The resources are a problem, and everything over here is just fine. It's a lot of production. Look at the production tab. Yep. I even got 1 extra probe mining gas here because, you know, I'm a noob. Noobcraft. These right here will basically be the dagger, allowing him to stim and do damage at a much faster rate without weakening his army really at all. The medevacs will be able to heal the units as fast as the stim weakens them. So 93 to 59, yeah, it looks like they probably should be pushing out for the and he scans, and he sees that I'm still here. Let's look at this from his perspective.
This better be good. SCV ready.
Add on.
Go, go, go!
Ready for dust off. Ready for dust off.
You want a piece of me, boy?
Upgrade complete. Research.
And his unit composition's just way better. Those force fields do nothing. This would be vulnerable to High Templar, but my workers all were killed, so I couldn't really tech up the High Templar. At least I couldn't tech up in time for this attack. And that's the end of that game. See? So I lost that game, but, you know, the ladder is going to match you up with players of equal skill, so you're going to lose pretty much half the time. If you have a better win percentage than 500, you're actually doing pretty good. So until next time, this is El-Darwish signing off.